Alright, just got finished filming this beautiful sunrise here in Woodbridge, right off the Potomac. I'm out with Corey and Darnell. We're going to fly around some more. I'm going to test out these Freewell filters here. Just got them from Freewell, and I'm just going to see how they perform out here in the morning sunlight. Alright, so we'll go from there. So today we're going to be talking about ND filters for the Mini 3 Pro. Now Freewell sent me these three packs, and we will be going back out to the field shortly, but I wanted to go over what they sent me and also what comes in the packs. So I have here with me the All Day 6-pack, the Bright Day 6-pack, and the UV ultraviolet filter. Now the whole purpose of ND filters is just to reduce the amount of light that enters in through the lens and onto the sensor, so you can reduce that shutter speed to get that smooth motion blur, smooth movie-like cinematic motion blur that everyone talks about. So inside the All Day 6-pack, you get an ND4, an ND8, an ND16, an ND32, an ND64, and an ND1000 that you can use for long exposure photos. I also have a hybrid pack, which is a combination of ND filter and a CPL filter. And inside the Bright Day 6-pack, you get an ND4PL, an ND8PL, an ND16PL, an ND32PL, an ND64PL, and a regular CPL filter. Now the whole purpose of the hybrid filters, or the CPL filter, is to reduce the glare off of shiny surfaces such as glass, water, or any type of metal. And depending on which direction you're facing the sun, you can twist this dial on the front of the filter to maximize the polarization. So the Mini 3 Pro does have vertical mode, and Freewell did account for that. So if you look on the hybrid filter, on the front end of the hybrid filter, you'll see a H for horizontal, and then on top you'll see V for a vertical mode. And if you line up the dial to either one of them, you'll get the optimal polarization depending on the direction you're facing. And in addition, Freewell also sent me this UV filter, which basically protects your camera from ultraviolet lights, and also protects your camera lens. You can actually just slap this on there instead of using the lens cap that came with the Mini 3 Pro. Now DJI has made it a lot simpler to install these filters. Now all you need to do is twist the lens cap counterclockwise and remove it, and then slap on the ND filter and turn it clockwise, and it snaps right in with no problem. So if you live in a country that 249 grams is important, you don't have to worry. I did weigh each of these individually and also weighed them on the drone with the standard battery, and each time it came under 249 grams. Actually, it came to around 248 grams. And one thing I did learn is that the majority of the filters are lighter than the lens cap that comes on the drone. So right now we're going to go back out to the field, and I'm going to go over a couple things that I noticed when using the filters with the Mini 3 Pro. And also we're going to take some more footage and fly around a little bit more, and you'll see that shortly. So let's head over there now. So the Mini 3 Pro has a aperture of f1.7. So what that means is it lets in a lot of light. So you're going to have to use a darker filter than what you are used to, say with the Mini 2, which has a aperture of f2.8. So for myself, I did have a little bit trouble getting the settings right. I'm just going to have to get used to it once I start using these filters a little bit more with the with the drone. So just take that in consideration. You're going to have to go a little bit darker than what you're used to in certain situations. So I tested out the CPL filters here over the water. And I'm going to test out the All Day pack, the regular ND filters, in a different location. So I'll see you when I get there.
Today is a brand new day. I'm gonna start it soon. Someone deep within the past.
Alright, so I'm pretty satisfied with these filters. Just remember, if you want to get that cinematic motion blur, you have to follow the 180-degree shutter rule. But you don't have to be exact with it. So I'm going to fly around a little bit more and get some more footage, so we'll come right back. Alright, so big shout out to Freewell for sending me the filter packs. They sent me 3 packs, which I didn't expect, so I do appreciate that. If you are looking to pick up a set of these, I did leave a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check those out and pick one up. If you do use the link that's in the description, it does help the channel out, a little bit. So, I'll appreciate that too. So these are some great filters. I've been using Freewell for the past couple years on all my drones, and they're pretty much the only, drone filter I use. Now, I know I didn't explain too much about the 180-degree shutter rule in this video. That's because I've explained it in other videos that I've done on filters. You can go ahead and check them out. They'll be right here in a second, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.